Here is the box where the VFIRE from Amaze comes in. On the back we are going to find a brief presentation, the kit contents, as well as the key features, couple of warnings and the color. And it is going to be available on those 3 different colors, basically silver, black and gray. Inside of the box you are going to find the VFIRE user guide, the VFIRE device that already comes with the cartridge inserted, an additional refillable cartridge, and on this side we are also going to get 2 silicone tips that you can use to fill it or to fill the refillable cartridge with the dropper, with the glass dropper, and I will show you how. You are also going to get a USB magnetic charger that is going to match the color of the device you pick. So here is the VFIRE from Amaze. It is going to be a quite simple device. It is pretty much ready to go. You only need the e-liquid. I will also make a suggestion. Since they send me this one with a side note saying that this one is going to be a pre-filled cartridge that is going to be sealed, I want to see this kit or this device being available in 2 different versions. And I would really like to see this device as a beginner's device being available, for example, on gas stations with pre-filled cartridges. And I would like to see pre-filled cartridges with really well-known liquids, with liquids that we already know to be really good liquids on the market. And then I would like to see the liquid, the strength of the liquid as well, being stated on the package. For example, a sticker correspondent to the liquid that comes inside of the pre-filled cartridges. But then the beauty of this one is also the fact that we have refillable cartridges. They are going to be slightly different, but yes, we have refillable cartridges. Now, apparently, if we compare both the pre-filled, the one that is going to be pre-filled, and the refillable cartridge, of course, the refillable cartridge is going to be just slightly smaller, or because of the bottom that you twist to fill, it is going to have less capacity as the pre-filled cartridge. Now, the weight of this device, the entire device without liquid, of course, is going to be just 32 grams. And it is going to measure 17 millimeters by 10 millimeters and going to be 133.8 millimeters tall. Now, the principle on this one is really simple, and I'm gonna explain you from top to bottom. On top, you are going to find a silicone cover that is basically covering and protecting the drip tip or the mouthpiece. The mouthpiece only has 2 small holes that will carry the vapor into your mouth and then into your lungs. Now, the mouthpiece is made of plastic, and of course, we are going to have the cartridge inside. You can take the cartridge off just by pushing it out of the device, and it is being held in place by that huge magnet around the 3 central contacts. So as you can see, in the center we have 3 spring-loaded contacts that are going to make contact with the cartridge, and then we have a big magnet around that is going to attach, or it is going to get stuck to this magnet on the cartridge. Now, the refillable cartridges are going to have 2 main contacts. They have the positive contact in the center and possibly the ground, the negative contact around the positive contact, and the ground or the negative contact, it is going to be the entire magnet, as you can see. Now, the cartridges are also made of plastic, and they are going to be clear so you can check your liquid level. And as you can see, this cartridge looks like a ceramic tube. It looks like a ceramic wicking tube that then possibly has a coil wrapped around it. Of course, the top is going to be completely sealed. The top is going to be glued to the cartridge, but of course I will eventually take one apart and check how it is actually made inside. But it looks like a ceramic tube that is going to soak the liquid, and then it should have a coil wrapped around that tube. Then again, the tank is made of plastic. Then on the bottom we have the contacts. To fill or to refill this cartridge, you just have to twist the bottom. By twisting the bottom is going to reveal those 2 fill holes. They are really small, yes they are. We also have some silicone sealing gaskets on the bottom of that portion, or on the bottom of that piece that we twist to properly seal those fill ports. Now, if you want to use a glass dropper, or if the bottle of liquid you have has a glass dropper, you are gonna have to plug one of those silicone things, one of those silicone covers. And now, as you can see, you have the perfect tip to fit inside and fill the cartridge. So it is really nice that they include this silicone adapter. Now, if you use a bottle with a plastic tip like this, a really small plastic tip, it is going to be perfectly fine. As you can see, it doesn't really enter inside of the cartridge, but it fits really nice to the port, and it is going to be easy to fill it with this kind of tip. But of course, you have to fill it upside down because the air is going to escape through the other hole. If you fill it on a side or on an horizontal position, of course, the liquid is going to come through the other hole. So you have to fill the cartridge upside down. Of course, you can use plastic tip bottles to fill this one, but I'm gonna be using a syringe just to check how much it holds. I currently have 4 mils of liquid inside of the syringe. I'm gonna fill it through one of those holes. And filled all the way up to the top, I have pretty much 2.8 mils of liquid inside of the syringe. So the refillable cartridge is going to hold pretty much 1.2 mils of liquid. Then of course, once you fill it, you just have to twist this thing back into place, and there you go, you have a completely refilled cartridge. Now, of course, since they are also going to have this kit available, or those cartridges available in separate or together with the kit, I don't know yet. Of course, I'm gonna check how much those cartridges are going to hold, especially because they also provided the plugs. So I'm going to fill this cartridge as well. As you can see, it is going to be pretty much the same concept, same thing. We have a positive contact and a negative contact, and then we have 2 additional magnets. But I'm gonna fill it with a syringe, and I currently have 3 mils of liquid inside of the syringe, so let's fill it. And as you can see, I have about 2.5 mils of liquid inside of the syringe. So the pre-filled cartridge is going to hold 1.5 mils of liquid. Now, of course, I'm going to plug, or I'm going to insert those silicone plugs. Like so. And this is how the pre-filled cartridge should look like when you get it. You still have the same silicone cover on top, silicone cover on the bottom as well. And there you go, this is how the pre-filled cartridge is going to look like. Now, either one of those you are going to be inserting